So I'm gonna do a quick video here because I'm inspired. A young guy, not even 20 years old, wrote to me and liked what I do. Just expressed appreciation for my content about fasting in particular, but training, health, everything. And it's the best thing ever for me when other young men, I see that they have noticed the same things that I've noticed. And I feel honored and proud if I can help bring some other guys, girls also of course, but this video is about the young guys. So yeah, I feel proud and honored if I can inspire others like me to do similar improvements to their lives. I've noticed, I can't really say why, but I've noticed there's more, because this is not the first time someone like this guy wrote to me. I've noticed it's more, I'm a millennial, I don't know the exact, I don't remember exact limits between the different generations, but I know that I'm like a kind of a late millennial, a few years after me. They still call people millennials. 92 I was born in. When people are born like 4 or 5 years after that are Gen Z. And I noticed the Gen Z guys are so awake. They are waking up. Like they write to me, like excited, like it's not only me. It's not only me seeing all of this. Wow, someone sees the same thing I do. And I think all of us, me too, you can become insecure when you think you see some things in the world that you think aren't right, even in yourself and other people, but you don't, no one else says anything about it, so you feel like, am I wrong about all this? So it's very good to hear, comforting to hear someone noticing the same stuff. So what I just want to tell all of you young guys out there is that it's okay to question everything. The times we're living in, not gonna make this a long video where I analyze our whole society, but everything, people are not in a good state. The human race is not in a good state right now. We have very bad habits. We've degenerated from what we can be. And I think as young men it went so far for us that we've had to think twice. We've had to start questioning everything. And I just want to tell you guys that it's okay. Let's do this. I think the world, the history of humans, it's like it's always like this. There's a saying going something like, hard times create good men create good times creates weak men, weak men create bad times, and so on. It's a circle. It's a circle. And I think we're right at that point when us men are supposed to become men again. Not little, soy boy bitches playing video games, are addicted to porn or having sex with girls, eat like crap, drink too much, take drugs, whatever your, bad habit may be. We gotta, stop hiding behind all these things. Set ourselves and society straight again by being good examples, It's not political, this, what I'm saying. It's like spiritual. We have to fix ourselves, lead by example. You go first and fix yourself. Make yourself into a good man, that stands up for what is right, does the right thing, is helpful but not weak, doesn't let himself, get used by other people. He's willing, he wants to do the right thing and help those who deserve it. So that's what I want to say with this video. Everyone, of course, but in particular, all you young guys that write to me and tell me these things. I totally appreciate it. It makes me both, for me, happy that I apparently can do that, but it makes me so happy. This is what's needed now, us men waking up. And we are the future, as young men. We can change our destiny. Just remember, it's okay to question everything, do the right thing, even though most people aren't. Be strong. And, love you guys. I love all people, but yeah, you young guys. The age difference when you're like me, I'm 26, soon 27. The age difference when guys are like 20 years old-ish. I feel kind of a big brother thing. Not father, I can't say really, but I like mentoring guys like you because I've been you, So, yeah, awesome guys. Awesome to see. I have to add something. Let's see what this ends up being, because this is totally spontaneous. But I need to add something. That this guy I mentioned in particular that contacted me, he mentioned his family. You know, he asked me how he handles his family. Like his family, there's some kind of phobia for overtraining, another phobia, you know. And all he did was, he said that they viewed the combo of training seriously and fasting seems like training addiction. You train too hard. A lifestyle that much more closely resembles the way we lived when we evolved. That's son, we're worried about you living a very, very natural and healthy lifestyle. So what I told him was that, you know, don't hate your parents for it. They got fooled by society too, but you can be stronger than them. You don't have to hate them, don't treat them badly, but you gotta, you know, when you kind of want an apology from someone, or you kind of want them to admit something to you, the feeling you get when you're satisfied, you kind of have to skip getting the apology sometimes and just feel satisfied with you knowing what's right. You can put the information out there, but you know, don't go try to push this thing on them, because they won't be open-minded. But if they see you practice this lifestyle, living very healthy, and you look much more fit than other people around you, and you have much higher energy, everything is going well, then they're just wrong. You know, you are not a training addict, because training addicts will not feel that way. At the very least, you get the satisfaction of proving them wrong by just living right. A lot of times people come around too. People come around eventually. Actually, even my mother, I'm not going to say that she's like fighted me a whole lot in this, but you know, she's worried like a mom. But then she got sick and had to fast for 3 days. And she kind of noticed some things she liked about it and started reading a bit about it. People come around. She wouldn't have been thinking about. She would have just thought, oh, I'm not eating because I'm sick. But now, because I told her about fasting and she's seen me do it, that hit her. Well, so you know, people can learn. People can learn and change. Yeah, gonna have to do some editing because I'm on a roll here. But I mentioned basically that we have to stop hiding behind addictions like video games, just watching movies, watching series all the time, all that stuff, you know, porn, sex, Tinder, drugs, alcohol. In particular, I want to say something about, because I say sex and Tinder, it's not very common to hear young men talk about it this way. At least here in Sweden, in this society, it's very liberal, you know, sexually. I want people to be free to do whatever they want. It's not that. It's just that what you want to do, like what I've decided, because look, I've been in every situation, you can say, as a guy. Like, I've watched porn, I had a hard time getting laid sometimes, but I wanted to, you know, and sometimes I did not so much have a hard time getting laid. And you know, it sounds harsh to say I've been a sex addict or a porn addict, you know, but we're all, in a way, when we really, really go looking for this stuff, maybe you don't have, I wouldn't say that I was the worst addict to any of these, but I was an addict, and you know, I think some of you can see that in yourself too. What I say about that is, you know, strive to be, it's a bad focus to have. What I've noticed is that a lot of the time we want to get laid, we think it's a physical thing, you know, like a need we have in that way, like, you know, drinking or eating. Society is so sexualized. Since such an early age, this idea entered our mind that we really want to have sex just for the sake of having sex. You know, we're not all gonna become monks in a day, you know, and just stop doing stuff like that. But I would urge you to, you know, turn your focus towards more being a good man yourself and good women. Because, you know, a lot of the time, to be frank, you know, when we just want to have sex, we settle for a lot. You know, Tinder gets very... you order something. It's like Tinder, when you meet a girl, it can be kind of like you're gonna order food, Uber Eats or Foodora or something, and you know, you want, oh, this restaurant, but no, sorry, it's closed, it's not possible, can't. And you know, gotta settle for something else. I think this is disgusting. And I'm not claiming that I'm perfect with all of this either, but I've gotten a lot better. I'm not searching, I'm not looking for those temporary things anymore. I realize, not me and not everyone, you know, it's a progression you make, as always. You can't change overnight. But, you know, have that in mind. A good woman, they will appreciate you if you focus on yourself, become a strong man who doesn't need a woman in that way, but maybe wants a woman. So, you know, even if you're like incel type guy, you know, who never got a woman, or if you're a guy that, you know, gets laid a lot, it's the same thing. You can, because of porn and everything, you can basically be a sex addict without ever having had sex or not much sex at all. I gotta tell you, it's sex for the sake of, you know, pleasure is useless. View this as a drug, you know, and it's fine. It's like, maybe I'll have a beer sometime, you know. I don't drink often though. The best thing would be to never drink alcohol, right? You know, view it this way. It's not a big deal, but, you know, change the way you view it. Alright, it's turned out to be a whole of a lot more than I expected, but, you know, I guess I'm passionate about this. You just gotta take my word for it, but, you know, I've found myself. I'm really living my life to the fullest. I'm really enjoying it, and, you know, if I can inspire you guys to take the steps, the next steps you need to take to reach that level, you know, I'm happy to do so. So I'm gonna keep making videos. Let's see, I'm currently looking for work. Och eftersom jag har svenska tittare också kan jag ju säga att jag bor i Stockholm. Jag har ett jobb på G som kan vara ganska säkert, men om du är i Stockholm och har något jobb tror jag skulle kunna passa för, så kan du höra av dig. Jag är uppenbarligen träningsintresserad, kan en hel del av träning. Jag kan marknadsföring, sociala medier, kommunikation, har en examen i journalistik, media. Så ja, bara slänger ut den. Might not be able to keep as high of a frequency, we'll see, that depends. But you know, I'll definitely keep doing stuff. Thank you guys, totally appreciate it. Makes me really happy to see all of you waking up, doing the right thing. So don't be afraid, be tactic, don't push your message, don't get pushed around by other people yourself. Do the right thing, lead by example. Alright guys, let's do this. Let's make men great again.